Yes, sir. Once again, it's on, man. We have the legendary OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG, the legendary Melvin Farmer.
Right now, you'll hear the same cats over and over and over again, but nobody there to oppose them when they talk. So that's how you Hitler controlled the Jews, through leaflets and propaganda. And that's what's happening on these social medias, particularly when you're trying to get monetized and you can't bring no hell of a guest on there. So who you go get? A rat like Charleston White or other people that'll kick up dust to where it don't matter if you look at it or not. They want to get monetized. I hear him say F. Martin Luther King. And what kind of language is that? And I get offended because in 2000, I had the privilege of walking arm in arm to escort her and another lady named Dorothy Hyatt.
Yeah, Dorothy Hyatt, yeah.
She was on my right arm. Coretta Scott King was on my left arm. And I went to meet them, to escort them to the Million Family March, to take them into VIP. Me, Geronimo Pratt, Chris Tucker, Johnny Cochran, Boys to Men. I'm there, but I never will forget it. I gave a picture to my daughter and told her, don't ever lose this picture. And I just looked at Coretta Scott King, and I looked at Dorothy Hyatt, and I'm just looking at their shoes. Here these women are with all that prestige and pride, and they got on why pay more when you can pay less shoes. And I thought material things doesn't matter. And I walked them up there with pride.
It's amazing that you say that, because when did you meet Charleston White? Because I remember seeing him and you together in the video a few years back. And, you know, Charleston White is probably one of the hottest guys on social media right now. He does talk crazy. I don't agree with everything he says. But when did you meet Charleston White? Give me the backstory behind that.
Charleston White came to get with me up to St. Andrews Park to meet me and say, you're the only one.
What year was this?
2019. And yeah, 2019. That's when he met me. He came to me. That's that video you got where it shows the day he met me.
Yeah. And I just wanted it for the record.
2018, 19, he came to me. Hey man, I've been watching you on social media, and I want to work with you. I want to manage you. That's what he said. And you're the only one that on television that don't glorify gangbanging. And as you see the video. And from there, I say, well, you know what? I'm going to manage you too. We'll manage each other. How about that? And so we went from there. And then you hear him talk about all they do is stand up at the park. That's where we meet at, because a young man had got killed at that park 10 years before named Marquise Prue. So we got people on guard from sunup to sundown. So after that, how you think he went to Nipsey Hussle? You'll hear him say, a friend advised me, but he don't say it's Melvin Farmer because he's deceitful. He's a liar. See, that's social media. And so after that, as you see the other video, when he's talking good about Tookie.
Yeah, talking good. I took it with you. I said,
I'm the one that got him a job. When he talk about Althea Moses, he's lying. No more different than Tory Lane lied about Megan and he did this. See, that's the problem. You will hear one side of somebody's story, but they don't match up face to face. Every time they match up face to face, what happens? They run out the room. Or I don't want to talk, because the truth will never be able to coexist with a lie.
Right.
Charleston White, not hot to me. On what? Niggas gossiping?
When we left off, you was talking about Charleston White, and you sent me some papers on him, information. Well, these are transcripts, right?
Oh yeah, they're from his case.
Transcripts from his case. I don't know when his case was.
1991 September, when he be talking about he killed a white man. And first he also said he never snitched, never told on nobody. I faced it a murder. I killed a white man. I got 50,000. Anybody can prove it. And I wasn't going to prove it. I didn't care one way or other. I know a lot of rats, but he's a rat. And it's a big difference. When Tookie got executed, a rat got on the stand. It's a big difference between telling on somebody and taking a stand in a criminal matter for the prosecution to where you're getting somebody life taken, particularly when you've done the crime. And then you don't tell nobody and you do a backdoor deal and testify against your crimies to where they're all incarcerated. And what makes this so terrible is the fact that the other men, they were 15, 16. One of them dead, the other two still in prison. But Charleston White is going to the parole board hearings for release, telling the police and the board to keep him in jail. He feared for his life. That is not right.
Wait. He doing what?
He's going to the parole board. Look up IVSS up on your computer, Texas. It's going to say Integrated Victim Service System for the CDC of Texas, Texas Department of Correction. Look up IVSS.
Okay.
It's Integrated Victim. You can write it in. Integrated Victim Service System. It's going to pop up from Texas.
Okay. Yeah, IVSS. I got
you. You see it?
No, I haven't pulled it up yet,
But yeah, so that's a program for victims, witnesses, and concerned citizens that have been involved where the defendant, or in this case, the plaintiff, can come to court, to the parole board hearing, and testify at your hearing and recommend that you don't get out. That's why the young man's not out. Why is Charleston White out? And these men been in there 31, 35 years. And he bragging about he killed a white man. He did. He snitched at the beginning. And he's keeping these young men in jail by going to the parole board. That's unacceptable.
Damn, man. That's heavy. I mean, he can just let those guys get out. I mean, they can't hurt him or harm him in any way. They've been gone so long, and he's very successful right now.
I talked to him. They called me after I said something's not right, where he's out and somebody else in, and he's saying they still in, and he didn't snitch. See, when Charleston came around me, he wasn't gang banging. He was a swear. You see the pictures, all that shit about, I played possum. That's all a lie. This is the biggest fake since Milli Vanilli. It is. Name something that you've seen him done for the community. You can't. It's taught. It's taught.
Yeah, he said he put on a character and
what a character got. This ain't no characters when you're dealing with somebody's life, young man. Yes, this ain't no acting where the story in 48 hours and this is that and it's over with. This ain't no character for excusing for lying on me, lying on other people, assassinating their characters, and then nobody get the rebuttal. And you think that's a character? No, this only on the internet. No, all these black shows, they allow this for sound bites and likes and to get monetized. That's it. You don't see him on no. What do you think would happen if he stood next to Trump and somebody played the video, all women should be raped? Yeah, or bragging about a black kid getting killed? He would be ostracized. We have to do a better accountability for those on the internet with the contents that are being. It's no more different than he talking about rap. And then in the same language, you talk about fuck a bitch, I kill a hoe, I fuck a Kardashian, and all that shit. And Kim and this goddamn Kanye West with his buster ass. This nigga don't say it. I kill and rape your wife, Kim Kardashian. Told Boosie I killed yo. And y'all accepting this, but he a hide. I'm going to tell. That's a character. Well, this ain't no character in the streets. When I just did a murder where a young man got shot 50 times. Where his mother called me. Or where another mother called me. My son got shot 20 times. Or another mother called me every day. See, one thing about gangbanging, when you can tell the difference in a gang member and a gangbanger, the topic's gonna always be something along the lines of violence and murder. I've been in this game since I was 14, and it's never been a week, a month, basically a day, I ain't had a conversation about a murder, whether it be in buttfuck Egypt, anywhere in the United States. I get inboxes. I put a picture up of one of my friends. They don't get this scrutiny. Well, I put a picture up and somebody inbox me. Melvin, he killed my husband. Melvin, he killed my son. They don't get that type of scrutiny. They're not involved. They're not relevant, but they obsolete. You think Charleston White can be involved in anything that dealing with these streets to where it's talking about stopping violence? Who gonna listen to him? Who you gonna talk to? He's unacceptable.
I don't know. He said a lot of stuff, man. Like when he went to LA,
that ain't what happened.
Ain't nobody did nothing to him. And
no, that ain't what happened. See, that's a lie.
Right.
When he come to LA, he came to me. Because that gonna give him a pass. But he wasn't the same Charleston. Charleston wasn't no gangbanger. Charleston wasn't up there looking at no Aramis, at no damn Nipsey Hussle funeral. I walked in with Black Sam and their family. I got the video. I'm walking in there. Then when Farrakhan went up there, I'm backstage because Cap is the captain of the Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam Security. So I go up there with them.
Was that out of Mars 54?
No, Nation of Islam, Farrakhan, he's based in Arizona now because he has cancer. But Tony Mohammed, he's the national leader, whereas Tony Mohammed is the Western region minister. So I don't know what mosque he was out of because I'm not a Muslim. But I do know that what he was talking about, he walked through gang infested. That's not true. It's not true about the people told him, don't mess with Melvin. That's not true. See, he's told lies to make it look like he this guy. He's lying. He's lying on a lot of things he say. And most of the things he say he do, I do. I got pictures.
So basically what you're saying is he took your identity
and identity theft
and said that all the stuff that you do, he's saying that he's doing it.
Right. He look at it. Look at the video I sent you, and then you look at it and you will hear him say the Crips have no structure. I said that in 2016. I gave this example of what's the difference between a street gang and a prison gang. Most people don't know. Look at the video.
Yeah, I got it right.
He plagiarizes other people's stuff. Abdul Chappelle, that does all the stuff in Fort Worth, he plagiarized verbatim when he'd say, your mind control this or that. That come from Abdul Chappelle. Oh, a black man can't be broken. This or that. That come from what was that T-shirt they made? The Boys Club of America. I gave him the T-shirt. Nothing he says, he's proven. Show me.
All right, there you go. I can hear you now.
And I'm not saying nothing that's untrue. I'm telling the truth. People don't do their research and everything one-sided. Everything he say, nobody, you got a yes man that's interviewing you. Say Cheese. Why Say Cheese ain't had me on there? Vlad TV. Because they know I'm going to kill off the truth.
Hmm.
We can never coexist on a floor. I will kill them. I've debated some of the biggest names from Larry Elder to Leo Terrell, the two top Republicans. Asked them about me. BET. We was doing From Banging to Platinum. I'm with Pastor Troy and Lil Jon. It's a gang of Crips in there. Monster Cody, Dub C, Kim Watley was the host, the girl that played on Hustle and Flow. And Lil Wayne and Pastor Troy wasn't even known at this time. So they sitting in the red room, Debbie Allen around the corner, and because she the producer, and I go over there to him, Warren G there, and I go around the corner, and I say, "What's up, bro?" And they say, "Oh, they introduced themselves. I'm Pastor Troy." And it's the only thing I knew about them. It's what I'm telling you. I'm Pastor Troy, and this is Lil Jon. And I said, "All right, bro, it's a pleasure to meet you." But they didn't know us there. And I sat there, friended them, and kept made sure they was cool. Got to meet some of the real guys, and then they blew up after that. And so and now he talk about like he's a politician. And the Republicans and this and that, none of them want to debate me. I had to apologize to Larry Terrell, Leo Terrell, and Larry Elder. He went to school with me at Crenshaw High. Leo Terrell show you when he talking that shit where it's fake. He'll get on TV and say, "Who addressing black on black crime?" The Democrats don't. He a lie. In 2016, after the 100 days, 100 nights, and not only me, a lot of influential people that you'll never see on TV, never, ever see these guys on TV because they behind the curtains. And just because you own something, that don't make you a boss. And crime went down, murder went down to the lowest it's ever been in 2016 after the highest because of the efforts of guys in Los Angeles that you never hear about.
So what made him just all of a sudden just like be so dismissive and disrespectful? Like what happened?
Well, for one, he got robbed.
What year was you met Charleston White?
2018, 2019, the end of 20. I got the 2018 October. Right, 2019 Nipsey Hussle get killed. I take him and he'll say, "Oh, they was talking. I was there and they said a little one asked the OG this." He's lying. No OG or no nigga gonna tell no nigga at no 50, 60 years old gonna tell no kid that's a fake. He's assassinating people, characters, no more different than Tory Lane tried to assassinate Megan Thee Stallion, where you seen in court. That don't matter. But on these internets, it builds up the following, the rhythm, and it gets you where you can be. And so all he is an internet hoe that don't trick the public into believing what he is. He can't go, why he ain't in? I got a murder picture where 4 of them got killed, rappers in Dallas, Fort Worth. He didn't mention him.
You sent me the picture.
See that picture?
I seen the picture, yeah.
Show it to him.
Yeah.
Show it to him. So they'll see how this go. Put it up there.
So what made him turn against you?
Well, he didn't. As you know, everything he said, Melvin Farmer, everything he used me to get credibility. Then when the show happened with Boss Talk, to where he jumped his ass up and walked out, that's when he changed and started lying. Don't forget, if we were bad, why would he be at a show with me? Mm-hmm. That's because I wasn't going on there. So once that happened, now he go to lying like he the victim. Niggas are fake. I ain't did nothing. I'm the one that when they got ready to kill him, called on the phone and told him, leave him alone. And it's from a rival gang. He say that. People seem to have a short memory. Don't get this mixed up with this TV, internet, uh, verbal gymnastics with me. Don't play that with me. I can be activated, and I'm not a tough guy. But you're fucking around with me, I'll put you on your back, or else you're going to put me on your back. Now, I don't have nothing against them, none whatsoever with nobody. But when you lie on people to get to where you think you're going, because it ain't going to be you at your platinum, you at your max. You'll never be on NBC, ABC. You'll go on these game goofy ass podcasts where they use a phone, set up a mic, and you sit on. But that's not a broadcast. That's a podcast. Mm. So I'm fit to start possibly writing legislation about the misuse of the internet amongst blacks. We're the only race that talk about killing, shaking your ass, selling dope, slandering, talking bad. We can do better, man. We can do better. And we're really trying to make a difference. So once again, that's what happened. And after that, because if you notice, people say, well, he walked out, but y'all didn't know he had a police behind him that was an undercover behind us. And I told him before we go on this show, bro, don't go on this show where you think you're going to say, fuck these niggas that you met through me, and where you was patronizing them and they treated you right, and now you lying about it. Everything he says is a lie. Everything he say is, where's the evidence? You ain't seen him with no kids. You ain't seen him do nothing. He can't go in Fort Worth with no kids. He can't go to Dallas with no police. Everything you hear, you only hear what he say.
What he say,
not what he do. Oh, I came to LA and got 30,000. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I went to Chicago and walked. No, you didn't. But what he does do is call police undercover, and then they say, oh, that's just a character. Ain't nothing no character when he went up there and went to the FBI and told them, Melvin, I shipped him a gun. He lied.
So Charleston White, he brags a lot about he's the hottest thing on the internet. He makes a lot of money for making appearances, doing videos. He brags about, yeah, I'm playing this character and everybody falling for it, you know, and this and that, yada 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 yada. It's something else, man. It seemed like he burnt a lot of bridges. I don't know. I see he going through.
He burnt everybody that helped him. He lied on them and assassinated their characters. Everybody. I ain't never been shot. I'm speaking on me because I'm an introvert. And a lot of people have trouble talking to me because it's always going to be I, unless we do something. Oh, Melvin called in the coach today. Oh, Melvin. Oh, where you at, Melvin? Oh, I had to go to, I'm at Jackson Hewitt. Oh, I had to call in for a show. See how everything is I with me? Right. You'll never hear we unless we do something. Other than that, I'm coming to you, and then I'm going to have to juice up my energy where I have to lay down for 2 or 3 days because I get drained. I get drained from conversations. And it takes me 2-3 days to build up my energy back because my conversation is difficult to comprehend because I am an introvert at the truest form. I don't like crowds. Even when I was gangbanging, I founded a Detroit Gangster Crip at age 15. Had 40 arrests by 18. But I ain't never been to jail with no Detroit gangster in my life. Period. How is that? And we all started together. But here go another thing people need to know. When you're a public figure, you cannot sue. You can say anything about anybody and you cannot sue them. So a Charleston White or anybody else could just say anything and get away with it because you're a public figure. And they know this. So what they do, they sit and try to have the public that's cancel cultural to where, oh, they bad people. They don't, he said, Melvin ain't never helped no kids. What did you see in front of you, young man? A gang of
Yeah,
kids. You
yeah,
see a
gang of
record
kids. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see.
over
I see.
20
That's right.
years of me around the world
Yeah, right.
talking to people. Now ask them to step to the mic and show what they do. You never see it.
Yeah, I don't see it. You hear about it, but I don't see, you know.
They're not doing it.
Yeah,
It's a
city.
fake.
Yeah.
And people are joining in to watch this verbal gymnastics with the mindset that they still believe wrestling real. They still
Yeah, I mean that's the internet. I've been on the internet for 2 years now, and that's just what it is. It's a bunch of I get threats from people. People say they're gonna pull up, when they gonna do this and do that, and then but some of these guys live with their moms. You know, you better not come to the fights. I go to the fight. You get what I'm saying? So this internet stuff, it's all about Jerry Springer. It's
right. All that's fine
Maury
and dandy.
Povich.
But don't lie. You know, all that's fine for entertainment.
Yeah.
But when you talking about fuck Martin Luther King, fuck
That's
Harriet Tubman,
yeah.
I don't care. Nipsey Hussle, fuck Tookie, fuck a 16-year-old girl. I'm glad a girl got killed. No, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, that's crossing the line. It's just certain lines you just don't cross.
No, that's unacceptable.
Yeah. It's just certain lines you just don't cross. And I don't agree with none of that he says. Like even with the rape, I'm like, man, like, bro, like, you know, I don't know that brother at all. I don't know him at all. But it seems very, very disrespectful. There are some things that he say that I do agree with.
Oh, a lot of things he say make sense.
But it's a lot of double talk though.
It's
like
double talk.
1 minute we'll say some good stuff, but then the next minute you'll say something totally opposite of what you just said.
And there's a reason why. Because the good stuff he's saying, he has no vested interest or can do it. He talk about, I talk with gangs. Show me. Show me. Show me.
Yeah.
Talking about, I don't want to work with them. You know, you don't work with no gang. You go and talk to little kids, 2nd to 5th grade, and he can't do that. Because once they find out, you don't say it, you don't rape kids, or I rape women, or fuck little kids, and all these statements. See, a lot of people come in on the tail end and don't know its history on what he did to even make it this far by double crossing people. Every time, then he bounce, he'd boo. He just steal other people's ideas and thought, and he plagiarized, and you would think, oh man, that dude is smart. Well, ain't nobody sitting up there posting. Put him next to me.
What's up with him and White 100?
I don't look at the internet. I get my phone. I get all my stuff through telephone, Telenegro. I don't look at the internet, but I know everything go on. I talk to WAC 100. If I want it, I can call Charleston White, Dewberry, Boosie, any of them. So I don't know what's going on with them. So, but no, it can't be too much when you're talking your business on the internet.
On the internet,
be serious about what you're gonna do, or how you're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's how you know nothing's gonna happen. Once you go to saying you're gonna do this and that on the internet, you ain't gonna do nothing.
And I know the FBI talked to Charleston White because I was in the car with him. And I guess he had said something about George Floyd. And he said, man, you might not want to hang with me, Melvin. I'm working with the police. I say, this when I found out they could carry open and carry.
What year this was?
The picture that you got with me and him sitting in the car.
What year that was? That was 2018?
Nope. Valentine's Day 2020. That's when they had the cold front in Dallas. And we did a show. And in fact, you'll see the one I produced with me, him, Christopher Darden, and another lady. You see that on there that I sent you?
Yeah, I see it.
That's 2020. That's right after that. In fact, we had to cancel that show because it was snowing. That's when they had to pile up of 120 cars, 20, 30 people.
I remember
But
that.
we were riding around, and he said, man, that dude over there got a gun. I said, what you mean he got a gun? He said he got it in his pocket. I say, what, this an open and carry state? I didn't know it. He said, yeah.
I got it.
So we get in the car. He pull out a 45 and say, see? And he say, man, this the FBI calling me. He said, I work with the police, man. You might not want to bang with me no more. I'm telling you now, the police are calling me. So the FBI called him, and I'm listening. And they asked him, do you need protection? And they asked him about such and such, about such and such, and about such and such. I won't say their names because they still on here. In fact, one of them said the FBI called him about Jay Prince, and everybody was saying he lying. I don't think he lying. The FBI, every alphabet agency in the United States, monitor social media, particularly the black podcasters. They don't even go out to work no more. They just sit and watch what happened on the internet and bust your ass. They say this is the best thing going for law enforcement is the internet, as far as what they do on there, the misuse and abuse of the internet. So I don't know.
They tell on themselves. They tell on themselves.
They are.
They tell on themselves, and they wonder how to. Then when they come to, they pull up on them. But somebody said somebody must have told. Nah, fool, you told on yourself.
Told on yourself. And people talking about the lyrics of rap causes them to get busted. No, it's not the lyrics of you telling a lie. It's when you say something that only the police would know or the victim, and you don't want to say something to incriminate yourself.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.